You filthy animals.
How's my buddies over at the R2 Sonic Campfire doing today?
Never well. Keep them warm.
Oh, man.
You guys should come. You're my good luck charms, man. I always catch fish with you guys.
Is there room on the bus?
Because I look at you guys, and the 8 or 9 of you guys impressed me a lot. You know, because I first ran. Okay.
No, go on.
You guys.
I don't do advertising. You're not going to see me on billboards or in newspapers, classifieds, none of that. Well, yeah, there's that because, you guys are awesome. But,
Yeah, well, that's comforting to know in case I say something stupid.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're hearing it real
That's
time.
kind of our thing, so don't step on our turf.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, man, I hope I don't.
What we're saying is actually new, so that's why we're fumbling a little bit, but it's going to sound amazing.
And we are back.
We're back.
You are listening to the Rutland River Pursuit Podcast. We are Reality Outdoor Radio, where our mission is to get you in the outdoors by connecting you with the people, skills, and products you can trust.
You can trust them.
Mm-hmm. We are sitting in the Sonic Campfire, which I never can advise. You should always sit around it.
Yeah.
Very rarely would I advise sitting in it.
It stings,
You're just toasty.
but it makes you feel like a man.
Stevie.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you ask me to tell you a little bit about this month's sponsor?
Ryan, how about you tell us a little about this month's sponsor?
All right. This month's episodes are brought to you in part by Protection First Class Outdoors. PFC lubes were designed and developed to protect and lubricate your firearms, your bows, your tree stands, heck, all your outdoor equipment.
What about fishing rods?
Absolutely fishing rods, Stevie. You know it.
No way.
You know it. Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff was originally designed to use in automotive undercoatings. Now, it don't get more corrosive than that.
I heard that.
That's true.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, buddy.
Does it leave a film or residue?
Absolutely not, Brian. No film, no residue. This stuff isn't going to harm the bluing on your firearms, any other kind of finish you got on any of your other outdoor products. This stuff is the ticket. And what? Now, wait.
I bet it freezes.
It does not freeze, Bucky.
What?
Oh.
But there's one more thing I got to tell you about. This stuff will also act as a cover scent.
You got
How
me.
many times you ever taken a well-protected and lubricated piece of equipment in the outdoors? It stinks, boys.
It
Yes,
stinks.
it does.
Not this stuff. They got the earth and the pine cover scent mixed right into the lubricant.
Wow.
They
Come
thought
on.
of
Can't beat it.
everything.
That's right, guys. Make sure you head on over to pfcoutdoors.com. Check out everything they got going on over there. Pick up some of that lube. It's the ticket.
Oh, I love me some PFCs.
I do.
That's
I
good
do.
stuff.
I got some bad news for you boys.
What's that?
Sorry, I was still doing the PFCs.
I let us down, I think.
Well, how'd you do that?
You can't
What?
let us down, bud.
I tried to book a guest
Yeah.
for tonight since we're on a Sonic Campfire.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't get a hold of anybody.
Did they get that Central
sorry,
Standard Time, Eastern Time, Mountain Central Time?
No,
That's
nobody's
We've
returned
had
my
that
calls.
happen.
Yeah,
That happens
Yeah.
a lot.
Uh-huh. Believe
I
it or
couldn't get
not.
anybody to even return my calls. Nobody was
we-
talking to me.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that, but I'm sorry.
I think I should probably just stop trying to book guests.
You
and
might
leave
have
that
a
to the
bad connection
professionals.
in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be it.
There's a bad cell signal here or something like that. I don't know.
I'm
so what do you
leaning-
want to do?
I don't entirely know. Maybe we should talk about how it is that Stevie's able to book all these guests.
Just
since I
chat
can't.
it up for a while.
Yeah,
We
he's
could do that.
social.
Yeah. You didn't realize that.
Huh.
Just lucky.
Old social Steve over there.
It's fun, getting to meet all these people, talking to all these people. We talked a little bit in the last episode about hitting 300. I think this is going to be 305 or something like that.
Just knocking them out.
Yeah, when you take a
rolling.
step back and think about, I don't know how many guests we've had on since then.
150?
Half of them maybe. But and when you count like the outdoor show.
I was gonna say you can't. We have
and all
so
that,
many.
it's crazy.
I have to use
It's
algebra
crazy.
for that one.
Yeah,
We have a network.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, and it's all good people. And we've said I don't know if there's been an episode that we've recorded where we haven't said, "Oh man, we'd love to have you back on." And
just like one or two when Bucky wasn't there.
yeah, that's a good point. It's tough though.
I thought
'cause
Bucky was going to start his own podcast the way he's double booking.
Yeah, but there's
They
enough.
call it R2 Show 2.
R2 Show 2?
I thought
That's
we
better
were
than R2 Show Tunes.
Yeah.
Debatable.
I would not be tuning in for that.
We
Yeah.
can make it entertaining.
I'm sure. So, anyway.
What?
Is that someone else is calling?
Oh my gosh. Let me
Yeah.
get this.
Hello?
Hey guys, this is Brandon.
Brandon.
Oh my
Brandon.
gosh, Brandon Barrett,
How are you, bud?
the ghost of Christmas Bass.
I wish.
Big bass, that is.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I wish. How are you guys doing?
We're
Pretty good.
great.
You just saved me on this one, Brandon. I was sitting around telling these guys how I couldn't get anybody to be a guest for me tonight. So you call from out of the blue, and boy, I appreciate it.
You got saved.
There we go. At
Well,
least
Merry
I've got
Christmas.
something, huh?
How was your season, Brandon?
Man, it was a good season. It was the most difficult season I've had yet. Just and it was mostly life. It was mostly life for me. It wasn't really the fishing. The fishing game, gosh, that was the fun part.
Yeah. Did you hear that you made our intro?
I made the intro.
You sure did, bud.
Oh heck yeah!
That turned your season
I'm gonna
around,
be
didn't it?
famous.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
Let the friend request start rolling in.
How was that? How was your tournament season, Brandon?
It was awesome. I mean, you guys know I don't do this full time professionally.
Right.
No,
that's my dream.
we didn't know that.
But no, so I have a job, and I work in the oil and natural gas business, and I got a call probably like halfway through the season, and they're like, "Hey, your project's winding up, like it's over."
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
So I had to cut the fishing way back. I still fished all my tournaments. I just stopped practicing for them to try and spend more time on my day job.
Yeah.
But man, it was the craziest thing. I would show up having not even seen this lake, and I'm going out and pulling out top tens. I mean, it's
That's
like, how's
nice.
this happening? Oh yeah, I wound up with like, I don't even know how many top tens this year. It was great.
Without pre-fishing.
Did you crack a code or did you just?
I
it's
have
just
no idea.
Luck or
I think you
I
should,
didn't pre-fish at all. Just show up and let the chips fall where they may.
buddy. You might
And
want to.
I'm cashing checks doing it. It's crazy.
That poor sap that got 11th, who was there for the whole week pre-fishing, and you're like, yeah, I pulled in last night and I was on them.
You got to keep
Yeah,
this to
and-
yourself, Brandon, because I'm telling you what might happen here is your wife's going to find out, and then she won't let you
Oh,
breed
you're
fish.
dead.
Oh
anymore.
my God, yeah. Well, no, she does know. She's like, well, why
Uh-oh.
are you doing so good when you didn't even practice? I'm like, I don't know. The crazy part is I'm working so hard during the week trying to keep things afloat,
Yeah.
and I'm not even able to take my boat out. Like I'm using the stuff. I finished the tournament. My gear's still laying there just like it is. I cover the boat up, put it up, and then I don't get it out again until it's time for the next tournament.
yeah.
And we have another good tournament. I mean, it's the same line. I haven't sharpened hooks. I haven't done anything.
Sun-dried night crawlers.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy. I don't want that to be the case. That's not near as much fun as being able to go out and
Sure.
practice, But
Sure.
Well, at least it worked out for
Yeah,
you,
I'm
man.
glad
That's
to hear
awesome.
it's been working.
it did. I wound up. The project I was on dried up, and they basically gave me an ultimatum: was move to another state, and I'd have to leave my family behind, or I could find another job. So I wound up getting a job working at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and I think it's going to be really good. I've been there for
that's
like 3
awesome.
months, and
Good for you,
They-
man.
they're encouraged. Like they like the fishing stuff. They're all about it.
Are they your top sponsor for 2020?
That's right. They're going to be.
If they know it or not,
Yeah,
right?
One way
That's
or
right.
another.
That's right.
That's cool.
Hey, what would a professional bass fisherman want for Christmas?
That's such a good
For
question.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. A bigger garage.
There you go.
Bigger tackle storage garage, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So when do you normally start bass fishing again? Like where you're at? Does it?
Do you
March.
stop?
End of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when it starts back up. Pretty well, everybody stops in like January sometime.
Really?
Those are your diehards, though. Most people stop in December.
Do you get any ice at all?
Oh yeah, we
You
get
do?
ice in February. Is pretty brutal here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
But then in March it starts turning back on. That's not
At the end
terrible.
of March. Yeah, the end of March.
Okay.
You could pre-fish while you ice fish.
Yeah.
How about
That's
that?
right.
Almost.
It's an option.
When's the bass spawn normally there? But
Spawn April, May, June.
okay.
So
it's close.
what water temperature you're looking for?
Everybody says 65, but I mean I see it start happening as early as 55 degrees.
All right.
So anywhere in there, you just got to pay attention.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think it's temperature driven, or do you think it's just time of the year?
It's time of the day.
Time
It's
of
time
the
of the
day.
year. It's like length of day.
Yeah.
Length
Okay.
of days.
All right.
Because we've had some really cold springs, and they're still spawning. I mean, they're in there doing it at 55 degrees when it's normally 60 degrees.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Suri, but I'm glad.
I'm glad.
better.
I'm glad you called in, Brandon.
He answered so
Brandon is
effortlessly.
Brandon.
I didn't have to go to my smartphone.
Love it.
Do you ice fish at all?
You know what? I have done it a few times, and it's pretty fun. But I'm more into the warm weather stuff.
Yeah. We do it here because there's nothing else to do in February.
Yeah.
Where we're
Yeah,
at.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Squirrel hunt.
Have you guys heard of the trigger?
No.
You're gonna have to look into it. It's a cool little device. Not a sponsored deal or anything.
Sure.
It's just a cool little device that it sits next to your ice fishing hole, and you stick your little ice fishing rod in it, and when you get a bite, it sets the hook for you.
Oh no
And
way.
a little bell goes off and stuff. It's pretty neat.
That's cool.
It's cool. What's it called? The trigger.
Trigger, yeah, look it up. These guys out of Canada make it.
Wow.
Of course, there's Canadians.
They can ice fish a lot more than we can.
They ice fish a lot.
Yeah. It's not fair.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Brandon, it's great to hear from you. Have a good holiday. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thanks
Good
for
luck
calling
in
in
the
again
upcoming
and saving
season.
me.
Hey, I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
Is there anything we can do for you?
No, we're all good. If you know anybody that needs insurance in Indiana, send them my way.
Will do.
Hey,
I will.
I've got a killer boat policy. I really do. So send them my way.
Brandon, how can people follow you?
I've got all sorts of platforms. You can mostly find me on Facebook or Instagram. You could try to add me as a friend, Brandon Barrett, or look up Brandon Barrett Fishing.
All right.
Thank
and
you.
I've got Brandon Barrett, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. So
There you go.
I'm
That's
out there
awesome.
too.
Yeah,
That's
come for the
awesome.
bass fishing, stay for the insurance.
That's right. That's right.
Good luck to you, Brandon. We really appreciate you calling in. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and we'll keep following along with you here in 2020. Hopefully, you have
Hey,
another
I
awesome
appreciate-
season.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank
All
you,
right.
bud.
See
you, Brandon.
Take care, man.
See ya. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, bud.
Christmas.
Thank goodness.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, Ryan.
I got
You were
lucky.
saved
You
by the
did.
bell.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Just, there's something about Brandon. Just a awesome.
He's a real straight shooter.
Yeah.
He's doing what
He's
he
a
needs
good
to do
soul,
to get
as
things
Bucky would
done.
say.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he works hard to play hard.
You think so?
That's a pretty solid theory.
Yeah.
I like it. I can get on board with that.
That's how I roll.
I do just enough at work not to get fired.
That's how I roll.
But you could see the value in the other way, right?
Well, yeah. I guess if you're motivated.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I hear it's a thing.
Well, so now what
You
are we gonna
guys.
do? We got some more time to fill. Ryan, did you get a guest while Brandon was on the line, or
No,
Did
maybe
anybody
that's what
get
I should
another
start
deer?
doing. I'll tell you what I did do.
What's that?
I went through all of the firearms and cleaned them all.
Did you?
Yep. I put a little clinic on for my son.
Did you?
Broke out the PFC Outdoors.
Yeah.
And we went to town.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It still smells like earth down here.
Doesn't it?
I was-
You smell
I
it?
didn't want to
wonder
say
what that was.
anything.
It smells dirty down here.
It's a rare earth.
That's
Oh my goodness!
We'll have to get back to that.
Another caller.
Yeah.
Hold on a
one
second.
Who's that?
Hello, go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Gabby,
Hey.
Gabby.
Gabby Shaker from Shaker
Shaker
Outdoors.
Wow, I was hoping someone that had a killer deer season.
I'll tell you what.
Was going to call
we
in
were just
tonight.
talking about knocking down some
And
deer.
wish you Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it fit the bill.
I'm so excited.
At least someone's killing deer around here.
If you tagged out in Pennsylvania, shout me.
Me.
There it is.
Oh, I love it.
That's so cool. Tell us about your season.
So my season was insane. I never thought I was going to tag out. But the first day we kind of came up with a game plan. We knew a spot where not many people were hunting at. So we decided we were going to just set up there in the morning and then we were going to start doing some drives. So at, I don't know, like 8:45 in the morning, I text my husband that I need to get off of this rock and just start moving around because I was starting to get so cold. So I get down and he told me to get back to the rock if I got off because he's going to be coming up in about a half an hour.
Yeah, sure.
So I looped back to the rock and I start sitting and I don't know, not even 5 minutes later, I have this buck come out at about 110 yards.
Yeah.
And his face was so, like, you guys saw the pictures of him. His face was kind of gray. So at first, when I saw him, I actually thought he was a piebald.
Right.
Just the way that the light was hitting him. But then as he started moving more, I knew that he wasn't. So I knew I had to take a quick shot. I took the shot. My husband came about a half hour later, and we found no blood trail.
Oh, no way.
There's that roller
Yeah.
coaster.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
just got to
gosh.
the top of the hill of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
All we found was a puff of white hair. That was it.
No
My heart sunk. I thought I just skimmed his stomach.
Yeah.
So then my husband was like, well, where'd you last see him? Because I saw him run about 30 yards and just stand. And then I kind of lost him. So I told him I saw him over there by the rocks, and he goes about 10 yards, and he looks up and he said, oh, Gab, there's a dead buck over here.
What?
That's
Yeah, I was
some crazy
so
tracking you guys
excited.
did.
Yeah.
White hair deer.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then the two doe that I got, I was sitting on another rock. I think I'm going to have to sit on rocks a lot this year because they seem to be pretty lucky.
Lucky rocks.
So I was sitting on this rock and I had 3 doe almost run me over in a 4-pointer before they saw me. And I was thinking that the bigger doe would be in the back, but it ended up being the little buck. I Instagrammed it. Like, I talked about it on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, I had 6 deer run up to me and I just picked the biggest one and shot her.
Wow.
And then my last doe that I got, me and Cody actually doubled. We shot at the same time. And when we were looking for the deer, because he wasn't right next to me, we were looking for the deer and I call him and I said, hey, did you find your deer? He goes, no, did you find yours? Nope, because it was raining. So again, we had no good blood trails.
Oh, boy.
I start walking towards what I think is a deer, and it is. And I see him coming towards the same deer. Turns out his deer was only 10 feet from where my deer fell.
I was going to say, did you shoot the same deer?
That would have been really bad. I would have definitely claimed it, though.
Perfect.
That is awesome.
Oh, would you attribute any of this luck to just being on the podcast earlier this year?
Probably.
Yes, because literally every single thing that we have talked about happened.
Nice.
No way.
It's crazy.
We talked about the grouse.
Yeah.
I shot a grouse.
Yeah.
We talked about me not having a bear license. I got a bear license the last day of archery season at 11:30.
Yeah.
And at 4:30 that evening from the ground, I took a shot at a bear and ended up smacking it in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had this bear come up from the railroad bed, and I didn't even know it was a bear until it stood up. And I'm just, I had no clue. I was like, what's that black thing walking towards me? Like, it just didn't click because I never seen a bear, while I was hunting.
Yeah.
So I'm just between this little group of trees, just standing there with my hands in my pocket. So I decided to pick my bow up because I could hear something was going to come up over the ridgeline. So I pick it up, and I have this bear coming in. It's scratching its butt. It's standing up, and it comes in 20 yards. And when I stopped it with its leg closest to me, behind,
back.
Step back.
Yeah.
And when I shot, I was not even thinking, I should aim more middle of their body because their vitals sit a little bit further back. And I smacked it right in the shoulder. And we found blood and everything, but obviously bears are tough and their shoulders are so hard. Yeah. So I stood no chance with that. But it was pretty cool to get to do that.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
That
So we
is
need to talk
impressive.
about
That's cool.
something else that's going to happen to me because
Did you kill any squirrels?
I got bit by a squirrel.
That's not good.
Sorry I brought it up.
Did you get a rabies shot?
Still
I
Too
went to
soon?
get a Tdap shot.
Oh, man.
How do you
Yeah,
get
but-
bit by a squirrel?
How'd you let him get
try
that
to
close?
pet it?
Well, you see, I was bear hunting and I saw this hurt squirrel and I thought I was just going to go and rehab it back to life.
Yeah.
And I picked it up by its tail, which was fine. But then I went to go and grab it behind its neck.
Yeah.
It did not like that. That thing latched onto my thumb. I had to shake it. And then the poor thing was just laying there panting.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was not fun.
My thumb hurts now hearing that.
Yeah. Did it get hawked or something? Why was it injured? Would you know that?
I do not know.
Bless
I'm
its
thinking
heart.
it might have
What
got
was
hit by a car because I wasn't too far away from a road.
Did you have an autopsy done?
No, I was so mad at that thing. I left it lay there and I just walked away.
You should never bite the hand that's going to rehab you.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Exactly.
Right, Pick?
That's exactly right.
I was gonna bring it home and surprise my husband, but
With
you
a
know.
baby squirrel? Was it a baby
Yep.
squirrel or is
No,
it
it was full blown big squirrel.
Yeah, with big teeth.
How bad did that hurt? Like, have you ever hit your thumb with a hammer or something like that?
Yeah, it actually didn't hurt too bad. But my thumb still hurts a little bit. Like if I press where it bit me, it's still tender, and that was a while ago.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Crazy story.
Yeah.
Cody got peed on.
You got peed on?
By a squirrel?
No, Cody got peed on by a squirrel.
Jeez.
He got a golden shower.
What? How does that happen?
I was not hunting with him. We were hunting together, but he was somewhere. He says that he took a shot at the squirrel. He missed it. He had my Henry open sight 22 with him.
Yeah.
So he went over to stand by a tree, and the squirrel was looking down at him. So he shot up at the squirrel. It started falling. He says it grabbed onto the tree, started running back up, and just peed on him.
Wow.
He's scared the piss out of him.
Insult to injury. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what they say.
This doesn't happen to normal people.
No.
No, I don't want to say it like that. I don't want
You
to
said it like that, though.
It doesn't happen to most
people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I guess like city folk or whatever. People
Yeah,
normally
they-
they don't know what we go through.
You got to be in the
No.
outdoors for that to happen.
Yeah.
I walked in to get a shot because I just went to one of those clinics where, you can just walk in and get anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like
oh,
vodka
hey, do you-
or
No. Medical.
Not a bar.
No, it
A
should have been a
bourbon?
bar. And when I walked in, I was asking, I was like, oh, hey, do you guys do Tdap shots and everything like that? And she was like, oh, no, not unless you need them for a specific reason.
Well, look
something
here,
happened.
lady.
And I said, well, I got bit by a squirrel, if that counts. Oh my gosh. Everybody's head in that office turned around so quick.
That counts.
they were drawing up stuff left and right.
Got mad squirrel disease.
Oh,
People
man.
just start throwing walnuts at you.
You got the post R2 pod happenings to you.
They won't let you in England.
All right. Well, this time you're going to win a couple $1 million and give us $1 million. How's that sound?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Let's work on that.
So what are you going to do the rest of the winter now that you're tagged out?
Oh, cry.
Wrap Christmas presents.
Yeah, I didn't even start Christmas shopping yet. And
No way.
it's, yeah.
What's
So-
on your
Should
list?
work on that.
What's on my list?
Yeah.
I want a really nice fishing bag, and my husband told me no.
Why?
He said I don't
Cody.
need it because I complain about carrying his backpack.
Come on, kid.
But I don't complain.
Doesn't he remember all
I
that?
just
He
want my
sounds like a
own.
keeper talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, that's
he's
just-
sounding less and less.
I'm not sure.
We maybe let that all go to his head.
Yeah, he was like, I
I
can say
think
what I
so.
want. I'm a keeper.
Yep.
Get a fishing
So-
bag
Yeah.
for the girl.
Yeah. Exactly.
Did you
That's
have
all
one
I
picked
want.
out?
Yeah, I showed him it at Cabela's, and he told me it's too big.
That's not possible.
Yeah, I was going to say
That's,
I know.
that's Stevie who carries 4 bags
Yeah.
though, and a couple grocery bags.
Yeah.
And a deer carrier to pull them all.
There you go.
You can't have a bag. As soon as you get it, it's
He
too
uses
small.
Filled up.
Yeah.
He uses his ice
You need a
fishing
bigger
sled in
one.
the summertime.
Oh, that's the only way
Yes,
to
I
do
need
it.
I got to ice fish this winter. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've never been ice fishing.
Really.
Oh.
Yes.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I
You're
hate
gonna-
the cold, but it
Oh,
should be fun.
It goes away.
You don't even think about the
You
cold.
don't.
You
Like,
don't.
It takes once or twice out there.
If
and then
Cody
you're-
lets you wear a snowsuit, you'll be fine.
You don't need
I'll
it.
have to ask him.
Yeah.
Jeez, Cody.
Here's your flip flops. Let's go.
No, you'll get used to it real quick. It doesn't take long. Even dipping your hands in the cold water, you'd think it.
Do the Shakers do any waterfowl hunting?
No, I've always wanted to get into it, and I've been wanting to go for like the last 2 years, but everything just ends up coming up, and we never go.
Gotcha,
Wow.
gotcha. Well, it's always there. You know, every year we try something new, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You'll get
definitely want to
around to
try
it.
it. I just don't know.
Let's
Like,
get you
where
into some
to
ice
go?
fishing.
Yeah.
Yes, ice fishing for sure. I'm definitely doing it this year.
So what lakes are near you that are gonna freeze over?
So we have Beltsville by me. We
Yeah.
have Tuscarora, Locust Lake. I never really catch anything when I go to Tusky though,
Really?
and it's 2 miles from my house.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Cody always only used to fish there, and I was not catching anything, so I did not like fishing. And then we started traveling to like different places and trying different baits and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm like hooked on fishing because I'm finally catching fish.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think
But
Beltsville, is that where
That's where George from the PA's Outdoors.
did Josh catch a
From-
striper?
From the Pocono Outdoors.
Yeah, George from Pocono Outdoors guy. Did
Yeah.
Josh catch a striper at Beltsville
I
through
believe.
the ice last year?
I know there's striper down there, so
Yeah.
he probably did.
Yeah,
And
it was
like,
a big
is
one
that where he
too.
catches the striped
Mhm.
tiger muskies and all that stuff?
I don't
No,
know.
that was like a secret spot deep in the mountain somewhere.
Oh, you're not talking
I
about
remember
it.
he hiked
Yeah,
back
down
through.
north.
I bet
there's
you it's,
plenty
it's
of-
probably Tusky.
Yeah.
We don't catch anything there.
It sounds like you just live too close to the place. Maybe you need to move, then you'll start catching fish there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, they probably know me too good.
Well, Gabby, if you're out ice fishing and you see a squirrel laying on the ice, just
I'm not
let it
touching
be.
it.
Let it be. That'll make your day go a lot better.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no more squirrels for me. I do plan to hunt them a little bit more, but definitely not pick any up that are
Yeah,
alive.
Better, yeah, make sure they're not moving.
Good
Wow.
plan. Good.
Oh man.
Well, we look forward to checking back in with you, and hopefully your ice fishing season gets kicked off, and you're going to have a good time.
Well,
Yes, hopefully.
So if you are successful, how can people find out where you're at and how you're doing?
So they can go over to Instagram at shaker_outdoors, and I will be posting lots of fish, hopefully, coming up.
Sounds
Nice.
good.
So I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Great. That's
We'll
awesome.
see, I guess.
Very,
Thanks,
very
Gabby,
cool.
for
Thank
calling.
you for calling.
Thanks, Gabby.
You're welcome.
Merry
Have a
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys.
See ya.
All right, bye.
We have another
It just
another caller
It's ringing now.
again. Who is it?
Hello.
Go ahead, caller.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
All
All righty.
Go ahead, caller.
How are you?
Feeling festive.
I bet. This is Chris and the PFCs.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Chris, I was actually just talking about how we just went through and cleaned up all the guns after rifle season ended this week.
There you go. I got to do that a couple weeks ago. I was tagged out after the first Saturday of Bucks. So yeah,
rub it in. Rub it in.
Boy,
I ran out of my PFCs because I got tagged out.
Everybody
early.
that got tagged out is calling us tonight. That's good stuff.
That's right. I'm a little upset though because I don't get to take the muzzle loader out for flintlock.
There you go. There you go. Have you ever killed one with a flintlock?
No, I'll tell you what. This was my first buck this year. So,
What is it? Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. Brother and dad were both there. Both of them saw it go. Well, my dad saw it go down. My brother was beside me when I shot it. So
no way.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, I hear you.
Well, it's always cool when somebody.
Because we have PFC on our guns, they couldn't smell us.
That's right. That's right. It's always good when somebody can corroborate it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
Look, there's proof.
Dude,
Yeah.
what cover scent did you use on yours?
Well, I had Earth. I think we were all running Earth.
You're all running Earth.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
There's dirt everywhere, bud.
I heard
It is
that.
good. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's going on over there at PFC's?
I'll tell you what, we're just getting ready for the new year. Gonna be a busy year for us. People are gonna see us a lot more places. Probably see us on the old television a little bit more.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, see us in some new stores hopefully, and definitely see. You'll see My Ugly Mug at some trade shows. A little bit more trade shows this year coming up. So
there you go.
Are you gonna be anywhere in
Harrisburg
area?
Yeah, we'll be at the Great American Outdoors Show.
Get out.
You shut it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I don't know if I'm going to pull a full week shift like I did last year, but I'll be there for a lion's share of it. That's for sure.
Well, we'll stop by.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's wonderful. What other shows you going to?
I should have that list in front of me, but we'll get off the cuff. But we're gonna have somebody walking around ATA. I don't think we're gonna show at it this year, but we're gonna be at the Great American Outdoors Show.
Yeah.
We're gonna be at the pop-up preview at the SHOT Show in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some other shows with some sporting goods stores and groups that we're gonna be at. The NBS shows, Sports Inc. is another show we'll be at.
Cool.
So yeah, it's going to be a busy next couple months for us for sure. So we're also go ahead.
Do you guys go to SEMA and stuff like that?
For the automotive side, yeah, we used to go to Apex every year, but now we switched over. We go to the SHOT Show.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Hey, well, I'm glad I got my supply at PFC because they're going to be on back order in 2020.
Yeah, I heard
I'll
that.
tell you what, I hope.
I hope.
Now,
That's a good problem.
We have a good supply. We have a lot of it out there. I was looking at it today, and it actually surprised me. A lot more displays on retail counters than I thought. A lot of parts stores, if you go into, you'll see display on their counter with the gun oil and stuff on it now.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's definitely getting out there, and we're finding out more and more people are using it as we talk to people in the industry. We have people reach out to their buddies or this guy, this famous person, that famous person. The story came to me today that
couple podcasters.
Yeah. We had somebody reach out to somebody that's pretty well known, and jokingly said, "Hey, here's a can of this. These guys will be your next show sponsor." And the guy's like, "Oh, I already know about that. I use it. I like it."
There you
So,
go.
it's one of those things where it's definitely developed, but it's just a matter of time, really.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah, if you guys want to rep the PFC brand, we're gonna have some. We're gonna be putting some of our swag up on the website here
Cool.
Within probably before the end of the year, but by the first of the year, you'll definitely be able to buy some PFC Outdoors gear online or stop by the booth in Harrisburg and buy some.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
2X.
2X.
Hold on to a couple.
Hold me some.
I'll tell you what, one other thing that I got to say is it actually made it easier cleaning all those guns.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but it was an easier process. And I'm trying to show my son, everything from start to finish. And we did 7 or 8 different guns between the slug guns that we had out and the ARs that we were shooting for fun. We cleaned everything in almost no time. I couldn't believe how much easier it was to use the PFC.
Yeah, I mean the hardest time you're going to do it is the first time you try and clean the gun. After that, it does a real good job of getting down into the pores of the metal and kind of blocking everything out. Creates kind of a non-stick coating type deal on it.
So it should be even easier next time.
I'll tell you.
That's right.
I can't believe that the next time will be even quicker, but it sounds like it will be.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Very,
I
very
mean,
good stuff.
It gets to the point where you can just, you don't have to always go into the full cleaning. The field wipes might be enough, for a light day of shooting or something. Run a couple, run one through the barrel or something. You're good to go. The AR is going to need a little bit more attention. Those things like to get dirty, but it's especially for bolt guns, stuff like that, rifle, bolt action rifles, hunting rifles, even the slug guns. It's nice because you can take them through, torture and hell them back in the weather. And, especially guys that go on hunting trips. That's the thing that I didn't realize that I've kind of heard of this year is guys that travel to hunt that don't take the whole, shooting bench with them to clean their guns. They're hunting in rain one day, ice the next day, snow the next day, and then their guns sit in the cabin by the heater every night. That's really hard on a firearm, and they've had problems with in the past, but no problems this year. So just the unexpected perks that come from protecting and taking care of your firearm.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Love it.
Chris, this is great. You have anything that you're asking Santa for this year?
I'll tell you what, I got just about everything I could ask for. I don't know if I could get much luckier than 2 deer in 1 year and, going to Vegas, have some fun at the SHOT Show. I'm pretty happy as I sit right now. I guess I can ask for some more ammunition and I don't know, a lower fee when I renew my concealed carry permit. We'll go with that.
I asked this to another person, but do you think any of that good luck came from being on the podcast?
All of it, 100%.
Great answer.
I got in the zone by watching Disney and Pixar's Cars right before I hunted.
Yeah.
So I was ready.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, it was awesome talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a call,
calling.
bud.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys too. Have a safe and happy holiday.
Happy
All right,
holiday.
take care,
Thanks,
bud.
Bye.
See you
later.
So you talk about not having a guest, and look what happens. Maybe I'll not have guests every week for us.
Oh, you did great, Ryan.
Yeah, that was
What to do?
awesome.
Send a mass message out.
I went to town.
Yeah.
I called it.
Any past guests not doing anything?
Call.
I hit up Bucky. I'm like, remember those second episodes you were offering?
Give me a list of those. Give me a list of those people.
We got a few minutes. I'm really anxious to hear what you guys, maybe a couple of you, are thinking about for Christmas. Yeah, we didn't get into that at all.
Boy, oh boy, we sure didn't, did we?
Deke, what's on your list?
Well, Christmas happened to come early for me.
Well, how so?
Right?
Well, a box came in the mail.
Did it? What did it have on it?
Well, you
What's
know
in the box?
that one box that
Take it easy,
that
Brad Pitt.
has the sticker on it.
Yeah.
It happens to be a certain brand.
The Amazon?
Their tape.
Yeah,
Their tape
Amazon.
has their brand name on it.
Does it look like this?
Oh yeah,
Badlands.
No way.
Yep. The jacket
Badlands.
and bibs showed up.
The Pyres.
Really?
Oh yeah. So I'll be nice and toasty for that late season.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Good
So-
stuff.
Did you know you were getting it?
Yeah.
Did you?
I ordered it.
You ordered it with Dana's credit card number.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I can tell you, you're gonna stay nice and toasty.
I'll need it because I'll be kicked
Yeah.
out. Just have to stay warm outside now. So
That I'll tell you, that Badlands stuff is pretty nice.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of it right now.
I'm wearing me a vest.
Yeah,
I'm not getting anything for Christmas
you're not
because I got it all before Christmas.
Oh, did
already.
Yeah.
There's an upside and a downside to
Yeah.
that. But what'd you get?
I ended up loading up on Badlands.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
Sounds like mostly upside to me.
Yeah, I'm not
couple
seeing
packs,
the downside
a
there.
couple
but-
packs, couple pair of pants. I did get the Pyre jacket. That you're gonna like that Pyre jacket.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
take
it
your
is
10
warm.
point with what you were wearing?
I did. I had Badlands.
Good luck.
I was decked out. Yeah, it is good stuff.
That's
Yeah.
what you need, Deke.
That's what happens, though. I think the deer, especially bigger deer, will walk by and see the Badlands, and they'll be like, "Damn!"
I gotta stop and take a look at
They
that.
hold up, and they're like, gives you enough time to either draw or just pull the trigger.
You know what? You pretty much just wrote a commercial that needs to be filmed.
Yeah.
That's what that noise I heard before I pulled the trigger was. I thought it was a hawk or something.
We could have a whole line of us lined up with different patterns on, different stuff, and then Will's at the end of his Badlands, and the buck's just sauntering by everybody, kind of looking sideways at us a little bit. He gets past Will and he stops, takes 2 or 3 steps backwards.
Wait, what?
Turns his head. Oh, I like it.
You guys are on to something. Oh, my.
Oh, no, he didn't. So, Ryan, you got
patent
anything?
pending. Patent pending. I mean, copyright. Whatever we have to say, that's going to be our commercial.
What do you got teed up, Ryan? Anything you asked for Santa?
No,
You
actually.
keep talking about a boat. Is that on Christmas lists, or is that not a Christmas item?
Boat? No, Santa doesn't have room for that in his sleigh.
No.
The boat thing, I've mentioned it to the wife a few times.
Giving up on it?
We're all on the same page now.
If you had to put a probability or
I'm 80%.
percentage.
I'm 80-90% sure that by the time trout season comes, we'll be opening.
Trout season?
We'll be opening
my.
opening day Cowan's Gap in my new jet boat.
All right.
That's April. Oh,
Are you paddling or are you getting a trolling motor on it?
Oh, it'll be decked out.
That'd be awesome just to get a boat with like 85 jet on the back, and we have to paddle it around.
Four guys with a paddle.
Hey, we do it.
We would.
You don't have to go far from the dock at Cowan's Gap.
No, you don't.
No.
That's funny. No, but I think there will be a
Some guys never make it off the
trolling motor.
I
on.
heard that. Yeah.
the ramp.
They're just laying there on the ramp.
No, there's a pretty good chance though that
That's cool.
there will be a boat in my not too distant future.
Sorry. Speaking of Coman's Gap, I
Yeah.
wonder how many boats we'll see laying on the ramp this year. I mean,
Well,
the last
it's
2
gonna
years
happen.
we saw
one each. Yeah.
So could
We
there be
got
2
to
this
help
year?
the last one.
Yeah.
Was it a decent? It wasn't a big Pro V.
No,
this
it
one-
wasn't.
this one 4 guys picked up.
An
Yeah.
18 and a half foot
Good night.
bass tracker. Yeah.
Well,
No,
if
this
I
is-
show up with my new river boat at Cowan's Gap, I hope it isn't my boat that we find laying on the.
Yeah, we joke
laying
about
on the
this, and
ramp.
now like one of the 3
Oh,
or
yeah.
4
That'd
boats
be
we
bad.
take this year.
Oh, we laughed about
It'll
it
be the
for
first
months.
time I'd be taking different straps off of a trailer, getting things ready to actually launch the boat. I'll probably
Yeah.
forget a strap and roll the boat off backwards. And
We laughed about it for
Sink
months,
it.
and then I forgot to put the plug in Bucky's boat. So it's all whatever they call that. It comes back around.
It happens.
Yeah.
Danny Lisa's dog
Karma.
There it is. Yeah.
comes back
There
around.
it is.
Comes back around.
All right, it's time to land this plane. Stevie,
Yes, sir.
As
why
our-
don't you tell me a little bit about this month's other sponsor?
This month is also brought to you in part by Miser Creative LLC. Rutten River Pursuits podcast is a production of Miser Creative LLC, and if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or if you need help creating video content for social media, look us up. Give Will an email at will@ruttenriverpursuits.com for more information or pricing options. All right, guys. Merry Christmas again.
Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas indeed.
Hop on over to ruttenriverpursuits.com. Download the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
iHeart does radio.
Check us out on all the social media platforms by searching Rutten River Pursuits. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTubes.
Those YouTubes. Rutten
All
River
right.
Pursuits podcast, of course.
Hey,
there.
Ryan, great episode, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, that worked out.
That worked out all right. Got lucky, boys.
I don't pay him enough.
No, you don't. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, he's working overtime.
All right, we're out of here, boys.
All right.
See ya.
Get outdoors.
Bring 'em weedless.
Peace. Did you hear that you made our intro?
I made the intro?
Yeah, sure
you
did, bud.
Oh, heck yeah.
That turned your season
I'm
around,
going to be
didn't it?
famous.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
Let the friend request start rolling in.
So I told him I saw him over there by the rocks, and he goes about 10 yards, and he looks up and he said, "Oh, Gab, there's a dead buck over here."
What?
That's
Yeah, I was
some crazy
so
tracking you guys
excited.
did.
Yeah.
White hair deer.
Yep. So that was pretty cool. And then the two doe that I got, I was sitting on another rock. I think I'm gonna have to sit on rocks a lot this year because they seem to be pretty lucky.
Lucky rocks. That's what happens, though. I think the deer, especially bigger deer, will walk by and see the Badlands, and they'll be like, "Damn!
I gotta stop and take a look at
They
that.
hold it up, and they're like, gives you enough time to either draw or just pull the trigger."